What got you started on this issue?
Transparency. You know, since 1947, they've told us these things don't exist, yet Harry Reid funded, very well funded, millions of dollars towards research of it. And they spend a whole heck of a lot of time, effort, and money on telling the American public they don't exist, but yet they're studying. Case in point, I proposed an amendment to the FAA reauthorization bill, and it basically just said if a commercial airline pilot were to spot some anomaly, or UFO as we used to call them, and they would issue a report to the FAA, which they would, but also that report would be made to Congress.
Sure.
Well, it was blocked. The whip told me that it was blocked, and I said, why was it blocked? He said the intelligence community blocked it. And I said, wait a minute, you mean the committee? And he said, no, the community.
What does that mean? Because there's a, look, I've been in Washington a long time, and probably too long, some people might say, but I would...
You're still a young man.
There's a part of me that says, well, this is just what the intel community... Even if they don't know something, they're afraid of admitting what they don't know. How much of this stonewall is that, do you think?
I think there's quite a bit of arrogance, but there's also a compartmentalization. You got to realize I'm from Knoxville. Oak Ridge National Lab backs up to my back door.
Right. You're well aware of national security issues.
I am. And you figure during the atomic bomb, several thousand people worked there, yet maybe 12 knew about the what they were actually working. I mean, husbands and wives didn't know. I've talked to several people in my campaigning, knocking on doors. You know, they tell you that they didn't know that their wife was working on the fuse and they were working on an electrical component of the bomb. But you fast forward now. We have these committees. We had Intelligence Committee had their first open committee last year on this issue. And they brought in 2 people that were supposed to be overseeing it, I guess, for the Pentagon. Those guys couldn't even spell UFO. I mean, they had no knowledge, and it's just infuriating to me. We're spending billions of dollars. We give the Pentagon billions of dollars. They cannot account for 50% of their assets, and what do? We rewarded them with, I think, 20 or 40 billion new dollars this year.
Let me ask you this. You've said that this is a worldwide phenomenon, and we know there are multiple militaries. What would an international investigation look like on this? How could because it certainly would help the scientific community.
I think so, but I think the scientific community is kept out, and when they're brought in, it's just for dollars. Right now, because of people like yourself and NBC and others in the national media are putting this out because they realize over 55% of the people believe there's something else out there. I have a T-shirt I sell on my website. More people believe in UFOs than believe in Congress. I mean, it's the truth, brother. You and I both know it, and that's why they don't come to Washington, because there's no intelligent life down here. But it's just, if it doesn't exist, then why do they keep spending the money to tell us? And is it Russia? I don't think so. They wouldn't be bogged down in Ukraine. If it's China, they'd own us even more. And if it's us, why have we had 14 documented near misses with $50 million aircraft and some of the best trained pilots in the world?